So we crack on with the Racing Post Arkle Trophy, which is a very similar type of race to last year, Paddy, in that we've got a very short price Nicky Henderson trained favourite who's done everything right. He looks to won really on anything he's done so far. Do you think he has the beating of Overturn?
I think Simon Sigg is probably the closest thing to Stonewall certainty ever. His 4-6 is buying money. He will absolutely annihilate Overturn. Overturn will only give him a lead into the race, and he will absolutely destroy him. I wouldn't be surprised if he won 10, 12 lengths, and I'd say he would just hammer him. To be honest with you, I think he's that good. If they ran him in the champion chase, I think he'd beat Sprinter Sacre.
That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Jesus Christ. Like, Paddy, by the way, is off the drink for Lynch. Go back on it.
So Paddy, a strong vote for Simon Sigg there. Johnny, we'll move on to you for a second here. I detect you're not quite as strong as Paddy on Simon Sigg. Could you see Overturn causing a small bit of a surprise?
No, I don't. I'd agree Simon Sigg should win the race, and I think what Paddy said about getting a toe into it, that'll suit Simon Sigg down the ground. I remember doing analysis when Simon Sigg won the point-to-pointers bumper at Ferryhouse, which is a race that, you'd think point-to-point bumper, he'd be an old sort of staying chaser, but he absolutely annihilated them that day. And last year, if they'd gone for the 2 mile novice hurdle, it'd be interesting how he'd get on. I think his jumping is so sound and slick. It's a pity that there's such a little Irish interest in the race, really. Oscar as well has been an absolute flop over fences, if you ask me. Arvika Legionnaire, he actually didn't look like he might even win the last day. I think if you're having fancy prices at the minute, beneficent each way, this race is going to cut up. Like a lot of the horses you see there aren't going to run. Beneficent, at the price he could run into a place, but unfortunately it doesn't look like we're going to get any enhanced odds on Simon Sigg.
Well, it wouldn't be like you, Johnny, to tip up a bet each way race anyway, to be honest with you. 2 points each way Overturning the Racing Post that day, I'd say, is it?
No. We better get the lads
just to say now, if you're going down to take the 2-1 there, my tent are yours. Don't use your free €5 voucher, because boys will have to ring up, I'd say. They won't
Johnny, you'll get as much as you like anyway.
That'll be a $5 each way, so.
Johnny, just focusing on the Irish horses, it's a pretty bad year for Irish horses. We only had 3 runners in the Irish Arkle, Arvika Legionnaire, Oscar as well, and Beneficent. It's probably not the strongest year for Irish in this division. Could you see, if there was a bit of company around, could you see Arvika Legionnaire coming back into form a little bit?
I was very disappointed with his jumping the last day in that 3-runner race at Leopardstown, and obviously the way he jumped that day kind of tending to go to the right. It's very hard to see him at Cheltenham making any sort of shape, and I totally agree with Paddy about you should always look at, a horse might be a good thing for a race, but if the race isn't run to suit, but Overturn will just give him a toe, and you could see Barry Geraghty just being basically holding on to him until sort of between the last 2 and taking it up. It's a very disappointing Irish challenge this year, and as I said, Beneficent each way would be the pick if you wanted a $5 each way sort of.
And Paddy, just on this race, there's a couple of races like this at the festival. You have Simon Sigg, you have Sprinter Sacre, you have Quivega. I presume a lot of you're going to be trying to get people to play in the other markets. Is there already a bet without Simon Sigg market, or is there a winning distance market?
No, usually be near the time you go betting without in the distance market. Like I'd imagine off the top of my head, like if you want to do a Simon Sigg distance, it'll be somewhere with probably under 6 and 7 or more, or something like that. And I'd like Overturn would be a warm order without,
And Danny, we just went through the Supreme Novice Hurdle and the Arkle there. Have you any strong fancy in either race? There was both the panel, Johnny and Paddy were fairly keen on My Tent or Yours, and Simon Sigg. Would you agree with it or disagree?
I would definitely be My Tent or Yours, but I think Overturn will beat Simon Sigg.
Well, it's a pity you weren't here 5 minutes ago, because Paddy hasn't said he's the biggest certainty since Arkle. So, and just give us a quick.
Could you ever see Overturn or Simon Sigg beating Hurricane Fly?
I probably could.
Yeah, I could.
Never. No way.
And you think Overturn will make all, do you?
I think so. I don't think it'll be fun.
Fair enough. Shark, are you a Simon Sick fan or an Overturn fan?
He's not well since something today, or I'm riding the winner or something today.
Johnny,
We travelled together, I hope you don't go home without me.
I remember doing one of these last year with Shark, and he told me Synchronised couldn't win the Gold Cup, but we'll let that rest.
And I heard Hurricane Fly couldn't get bet last year, but the wheel fell off the fucking wagon.
I don't know how he's got here at all. So Shark, I don't think there was a tip in that, was there? In the Supreme or the Arkle?
Tony Mackay said that he'd expect to win the Supreme, and I couldn't fancy Overturn to beat him. I don't think there's anything else there to beat Simon C. Taylor. I spoke about coming up in the car, and himself over here told me that.
There's a drink for you now, sir.
Your blood may be washed by. I can't see Simon C. beating